What's up, guys? Welcome back. We're at the shop, and you know what I'd be doing in my free time? I'd be on Facebook Marketplace looking for deals. You may remember the last video where we picked up that FXR. Great bike. We rode it around for a while, but we ended up selling it like 2 weekends ago. I took it out to Joshua Tree for the new owner. So we're on the hunt for a new project. And here's the story with this bike I just found. It popped up in Las Vegas. It's a 1977 Harley Davidson Electric Glide Shovelhead. Bone stock, all the bells and whistles, fairing, bags, all that stuff. It's even got a lot of cool accessories on it, some big train horns. It was originally posted for $3,000, and I saw it about 10 o'clock at night earlier this week, and I messaged the lady, and I was like, hey, I'll take it. I'll give you a call in the morning. Got her phone number. Woke up Monday morning, ready to go to Vegas, 6 a.m. I'm calling her 6:30 a.m., no answer. 7 a.m., no answer. 7:30 a.m., no answer. And then I get a notification that the Facebook listing went to sold. So I was like, what the hell? Thought I had that thing. Thought I was going to go get it. She just ghosted me entirely. I don't know if this guy offered her more or what. But that brings me to today. The bike popped back up on Facebook Marketplace in Laguna Niguel, which is basically Laguna Beach, if you don't know. It's about an hour away from me. I messaged the guy. I'm kind of fucking with him because I know what he paid. I'm like, I'll give you $3,000, just being a complete dickhead. And he's like, no, thank you for the offer, whatever. I just keep bugging him. And I'm like, listen, I'll give you $4,500 today because he's got it listed for $7,000, and I'm sure nobody's biting. It doesn't run. It's been sitting for a couple years. Probably needs tires. Probably needs the tanks flushed. It probably needs the carb rebuilt, and who knows what else. It's kind of a mystery, like what that motorcycle is. I don't know if the motor's good. I don't know if the transmission's good. Kind of a gamble, but gambling is my favorite thing to do. I messaged him, said $4,500. I'll come today. And he's like, cool, let's do it. We're going to go get it right now. So it's this bike right here. It's that blue. It's a 1977. Look at it. It's got the tour pack. It's got the bags, all the trim covers. It's got these cool little leg shields right here on the crash bar. That's super sweet. The spotlights. There's some train horns up there too. But yeah, the big windshield. And this one has the dash with like the vents and the stereo and like the cigarette lighter. And these seats, they're so super comfy. Like it's got the sprung pogo with the helper springs in the back. But this thing's basically like my FXR, with the big tour pack and the bags and everything, It's a giant boat, but we're gonna go get it and see if we can make a run. All right, let's get out of here. Let me turn the lights off. Well, guys, we secured the Shovelhead. I just went to the craziest neighborhood in Laguna Niguel. This guy bought it with a Japanese Z1R bike. And the weird thing is he wanted the Jap bike more than this thing, so he sold it to me. It's fucking all there, super cool. Apparently it's a one-owner bike, or one-family bike. The dad owned it and then passed it down to his son, and then his son just sold it. So that's pretty cool. It's got all the fixings. I got the saddlebags in the truck. We just stopped over here at Tyler's shop, The Nest. I wanted to show him, and he just got his new iron head. And yeah, tomorrow we're gonna take this thing to the shop and we're gonna get a battery and clean the carb and see if she'll fire up. All right, let's take a quick look at this thing before we head home. Can't see anything, but we'll see it better in the daylight tomorrow, so stay tuned. All right, we're over at the Nest headquarters. Tyler just got his new iron head in. I had to stop by and show him my new purchase since it was on my way home. So yeah, this is Tyler's shop, The Nest, where he makes all his clothing. Go check them out on Instagram. Yeah, let's check this baby out. I think it's a 1970. It's like the last good one you can get before they're super ugly. It's still got the distributor, which is super cool, and a Mikuni on it. Are you coming out this little door?
Starts pretty good. At least it did a second ago. We'll see. Oh yeah.
Sounds great.
Yeah, it's awesome.
All right, we made it to the shop. We're gonna unload this beast. Nash is gonna ride this thing this weekend.
I gotta sober up a little bit first, but then I'll ride it.
Do you even have a motorcycle license?
I don't have a driver's license. Did you do it?
All right, I haven't even seen this thing in the daylight yet. It's a little crustier than I thought it was. Not bad though. It smells terribly like old gas, so that sucks. Probably gonna have to drain the tanks. It's got all the little covers on it. And the dual exhaust, that's pretty cool. These are sweet. I think these are probably homemade. Little leg covers. Oh yeah. That's the best part right there. Damn. This thing's got a stereo. This thing's a fucking beast. All right, Thanksgiving was last week, so I didn't really get a chance to work on it, and I had to order some parts in anyways, like a battery and some spark plugs and all that. But basically, today we're gonna try and get this thing running. I don't know the last time it ran. The tags on it say 2010, I think the last time it was registered. So that's a good indication that it's probably been 15 years at least. Here are the main things we're gonna address today to get this thing running. First one, gas. The tanks smell completely terrible. The gas is so old, it's all varnished. The tanks look a little dirty. I don't know if we're gonna take them off and clean them yet, but we gotta get fresh gas in there. Second thing, that carb is for sure just gunked up. Like, it's not gonna just work as is. So we gotta pull the carb off, we gotta go through it, clean it all up, and maybe put some new parts in it. Most definitely gonna have to put some new parts in it. Without that, you know, it's never gonna run. The third thing is the battery. It's completely dead, as you would expect from a bike that's been sitting 15 years. So we ordered a new battery. We're gonna throw that in, and because it doesn't have a Kickstarter, so it's only electric start on this thing, we have to have a good battery to start it. For the fourth thing, we're just gonna check all the fluids. We'll probably drain the oil, put some new oil in it. I got some new spark plugs we're gonna throw in. That should be all we really need to get this thing running. I hate putting these big bikes up on the lift. Oh God. Ugh, almost got it. All right, we're in. We're no stranger to these bikes, as you might remember one of our older videos where we got two of these guys running. Same kind of deal, stock shovel heads with all the dresser accessories. I mean, look, there's covers on covers on covers. Even to get the battery off, we already pulled these little decorative knobs off, and we gotta pull all this trim off, pull this guy out. We got all the battery trim off. Now we can get this guy out. We can go throw this in the ocean. All right, let's open up our box of goodies and see what we got. If you guys didn't know, we're a dealer for most things. So if you need parts, send me a message. I'll get you sorted. We got our battery from Drag Specialties, and we got some new spark plugs for this thing. Man, these batteries are so big. Let's see, do we have to fill this one? I think we do. If you've never done this, you just take off these caps here, fill it with acid, throw it on the charger. She'll be ready in about 30 minutes to an hour. And you just start filling them up. We'll throw this guy on the battery charger and we'll move on to something else while this thing charges up. All right, now I think we're gonna move on and pull the carb off and get that all sorted. I'm really trying to avoid draining all the old gas out of these tanks. It's so smelly and it's gonna be messy. Ugh, I do not wanna do it. There's that. This thing looks not that good. That's probably gonna go in the trash. All right, it's all off. Carb looks not that good. I can already tell. It's gonna be a nightmare in there. Dirt. That should not work. Float still moves. We can pull this whole thing out. See that guy? That's what keeps your carb from overflowing. This seat's in the seat and shuts off the gas from coming in once the float rises from the gas. Float rises, needle goes down, stops it. Man, this is really not that bad. It might have even ran like this. Nasty. All right, here's a quick test I like to do. Just a quick and dirty test to test your needle and seat there. So basically, when the float is up, no gas should be coming through. So what I do is I just blow through it. So we are getting some leakage. So if I can blow through it when it's all the way, when the float is all the way up, you know you're gonna get gas leaking through there. Yes, it's pretty nasty, but it's a good way to test it real quick. All right, I found a new one of these that the needle seats into and put that in. Good, no leakage, so it's gonna work good. And I also found a new gasket for us. So we can go ahead and close this thing back up. Let's get our throttle cable hooked up. I can find the hole here. All right, I think I got her. All right, well, we got a battery, we got a carb. We just need some fuel now. And I think while I'm over here, I'm just gonna throw some new spark plugs in because we got them. It's a couple bucks, might as well change them. Who knows what's up with the old ones. And guys, you don't need to wrench the shit out of these spark plugs on here. These have really fragile spark plug threads, like all pan heads and shovel heads, and you can easily rip the threads right out. So just give it a little snug. That's all you need. It's not going anywhere. Now we have to do my least favorite part I've been trying to put off, but we got to drain all the gas out of these tanks. It smells terrible. And if you've never smelled what bad gas smells like, it's kind of the worst smell ever. And you get it all over your hands and everything, and you're going to smell all day. And it's going to give you a headache. All right, well, I'm getting ready to drain the tanks. And I hooked up this line here so we can drain it into this bucket. And turn the petcock on, and nothing coming out. So it's fully clogged. So what I'm gonna try to do is take the air gun and kind of blow some air up in there and hopefully get it unclogged. All right, fully charged, ready to go in. I know you guys can't see very well, but it's just a battery. I'm sure you guys know how this works. Man, that is a bummer that those tanks are so gunked up. Obviously they can be cleaned, but I don't want to do it. Shit. So we're definitely not riding the thing, but we can at least hear it start. Letting all the smoke out of the battery, shit. Hopefully we didn't smoke that battery or any wiring. Well, I took a little break on this thing. The gas tanks are just completely full of shit, and I don't really feel like cleaning them out right now. So I just hooked up the fuel bottle to it, and I got the battery hooked up, and we're gonna just see if it runs. So yeah, I just have this little fuel bottle hooked up here that hangs. I'm just hanging it off like a cable over here. All right, I'm gonna choke it a little bit and see if it'll start. Oh, I was like, why is it idling so high? I had the fuel bottle on the throttle cable. Let's try this again. Oh, it almost stayed running. One more time. Well, it does run. I've got a little bit more work to do on this thing. I don't think I'm gonna get to it anytime soon because I've got a lot of other projects going on. This thing will probably be going up for sale as is. It really just needs the gas tanks cleaned and it'll be pretty much good to go. Yeah, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next video.